So our topic for today is UI actions, guys. If you go to the problem management, if you go to the problem management, so this state field value, we are not changing it. So are we able to change the state field value? How is this state field value is getting changed? How is this state field value is getting changed, guys? So that is getting changed from the UI actions only. So now it is in the new state. Once you click on this button is a UI action. It will automatically go to SS state. It will automatically go to SS state. It went to SS state. Once you click on confirm, the state is getting changed here. So once you click on fix in progress, so this pop-up you are seeing here, right? This one, this is called UI page. This is called UI page. How to call UI pages is our next topic. So you just provide these details. Click on OK. Now the state is changed to fix. The state value is getting changed from the UI action. So once you click on resolve, the state is changed to resolve. The state value is getting changed from the UI action. So similarly, if you take a shipping case form, if you take a look at the shipping case form, just to save this one. So we are able to change the state value manually, right? We can make it to in progress. So I want to change the states from the UI action. Okay. So for that, I am actually creating UI actions. I'm creating UI actions. In progress UI action, on hold UI action, resolved UI action, closed UI action, cancel UI action. Right click, configure UI actions. Okay. So whenever I create a shipping case record, I should see in progress button here. When I click on that button, the state should go to in progress and state should appear in the in progress. When I select on hold here, the state should go to on hold state and it should be appearing here. So for that, I'm creating a UI action. Okay. So that is actually in progress. Okay. Only on the existing record, it should appear. I have created a in progress button. Okay. So you will create a UI action that is actually in progress UI action. You'll just refresh this one. This is an existing record, right? You will be able to see in progress button here. Once you click on the button, the state should go to in progress. Similarly, I am creating a button here called on hold or pending. Okay, pending, resolved. Closed. Okay. So let me just refresh this one. You can see here three in progress button, pending button, resolved button, closed button, cancelled button. So whenever you click on in, just a moment, guys. Whenever you click on in progress button here, the state should go to in progress here. I am making the state field as read only field. Okay. So now when I click on this button here, it should the state should be changed to closed. When I click on this button, pending button, it should go to on hold state. So for that, guys, I have to go to the UI actions again. Right click, configure UI actions. So in progress. In progress UI action we created, right? So now you tell me, guys, whenever I click on this button, do I have to set the value on the client or do I have to set the value on the server? We have to set the value on the server. So that means in the database, we have to update. In the database, we have to update. Yesterday, not yesterday, in our previous session, whenever we clicked on create incident, it is creating the record at the database. It is creating the record at the database. Directly, it is creating the record at the database. Okay, it is not dealing with any forms. So similarly, whenever I click on in progress button, the state value should be updated in the database as in progress. The state value should be updated as in progress in the database, not on the form. Not only on the form. If you update it in the database, it will reflect in the form. If you show it on the form, it may not be reflected in the database. So I am updating the state value in the database. So for that, what I am doing is current dot set value. Okay. This is the value. This is the label. We have to use value. U underscore state. We have to use current dot update. Action dot set redirect URL current. Okay. When you click on in progress here, so what is happening? You can see the state is changed to in progress at the database, not only on the client, at the database. Okay. Getting my point? Similarly, when I click on pending, the state should go to on hold. Pending one. Here you have to keep on hold. That's it. Okay. Now I am opening resolved. It is resolved. So closed and cancelled, we can remember. Okay. Yeah, we can use order in this case. Now you go to the shipping case record here. So in the UI actions, there is an order field. This one for in progress, I am giving 1000, 2000, 3000, 4000, 5000. See, in progress is appearing first here, right? In progress is appearing here. So based on the order only, the alignment will be changed. Okay. So now I am just clicking on pending here. So when I click on pending, it is actually asking for mandatory details. On submit, yes. I'm just clicking on pending now. When I click on pending, the state should go to on hold. So when I click on resolved, the state will go to resolved. You can see. When I click on closed, the state is going to closed. When I click on closed, the state is going to closed. When I click on cancel, it will go to cancelled phase. You understand my point? How to control the phases using UI actions? If you remember in the change request form, whenever we click on request approval, it is going to SS stage. Do you remember that? Hmm? Whenever we click on request approval, it is going to the SS phase. Okay. So similarly, whenever we click on in progress, state is going to in progress here. Whenever we click on, what do we say? Pending, it is going to on hold state. Whenever we click on the resolved state, the state is going to resolved phase. So likewise, we are controlling the stages using UI actions. We are not actually controlling the stages by changing it manually. Earlier we were changing it manually. Now we are changing it using UI actions. Okay. So suppose guys, now it is in the cancel stage. Again, he can click on in progress, right? In the cancel state, I should not show in progress. So in the cancel state, I should not show the in progress, right? If it is not closed, cancelled, resolved. If it is not resolved, closed, cancelled, then we have to show this in progress UI action. Okay. And just for now in progress, I'm keeping here. So then what we have to do, we have to go to the in progress. We have to write the condition here. Condition is always a server side script. This script is actually a client side script and server side script. But this condition is always server side script. You can't use glide user, glide form, glide ajax here. You should always use server side script such as current object, glide record secure as such. So current dot u underscore state. Current dot u underscore state equal to not equal to closed. Resolved. Cancelled. So this in progress button will not appear when the state is closed, resolved, cancelled. We have to understand. Not equal to closed. Okay. Now it is appearing. Now I'm just clicking on resolved here. In the resolved phase, in progress is not appearing. When it is in the resolved phase, the in progress is not appearing. Okay. Now I'm just clicking on closed here. Even in the closed phase also, it is not appearing. I am clicking on cancel now. Even in the cancel state also, it is not actually showing the in progress. Okay. Similarly, this resolved button should appear only when it is in the new state, in progress state, on hold state. Only in these stages only this resolved button should appear. So then what I do, I'll keep the condition here. Current dot u underscore state equal to new R. You have to use R. In progress R on hold. Okay. Just save this one. So now you can see the in progress button is appearing. The resolved button is also appearing. Okay, so let us say I am just closing this one. In the closed state, in progress should not appear, resolved should not appear. In the closed phase, in progress is not appearing, resolved is not appearing. Getting my point? So even in the cancelled phase also it should not appear. Even in the cancelled phase, in progress is not appearing, resolved is not appearing. So similarly, this pending should appear only when it is in the new state or in progress state. This pending should appear only when it is in the new state or in progress state. So you go to the pending, write the condition here. Current dot view underscore state equal to new or current dot view underscore in progress. In rest of the phases, it will not appear. Okay. Similarly, so in the closed phase, if it is in the closed state, okay. This cancel should appear only in the new on hold and new in progress and on hold. The cancel should appear. New in progress and on hold. Same condition, I'll keep it in the cancel also. Okay. So okay. So guys, this closed button should not appear when the state is cancelled. Okay. This closed button should appear only when it is in the resolved state. This closed button should appear only when it is in the resolved state. Then we have to write the condition. Okay. So now you can just refresh this one. Now it is not appearing. Let me just see the flow now. This is new record. Nothing will appear on the new record. Okay. Now you can see in progress is appearing, cancel is appearing, resolve is appearing. So now once you make it in progress, the state will go to in progress state. The state will be changed to in progress. Okay, in the in progress phase also in progress is appearing. Huh? In the in progress phase also in progress is appearing. Huh? Okay. Now I am just keeping in the on hold state. The on hold state does also in progress is appearing. Okay. So once I click on resolve, it is going to the resolved state. In the resolved state, you can see only closed option is there. So once I click on closed, okay. So when is this cancelled button appear? So cancel button will appear only when it is the new in progress and on hold. Okay. So the UI actions are actually working fine. You guys are able to understand, right? How exactly we are showing the UI actions, how exactly we are hiding the UI action, what are they doing and all? What are they doing and all? Hmm? Okay. So I'll show you now. If you go to the change request form, if you open the change request form, on the change request form, the change request form, once you create a change request, so this is a UI action, guys. Once you click on this button, what it does, what it does, it will the state will be moved to SS here. The state is changed to SSR now. So once I click on that button, the state is getting changed to SS. Okay. So once the approvals are provided, it will move forward. That's a different stuff. That's a different stuff. So from the UI action, we are able to change the similarly when we click on close, the change request will be closed. We have seen that already. So likewise, UI using UI actions, we can do something. Okay, clear, right? Okay. Now, I will give you one example. In that case, we'll have to write a client side UI actions. Now we have written server side UI actions, right? Uh, I'll tell you in which way we will use server side UI actions. Sorry, these are our server side UI actions. The checkbox is not checked, right? So the checkbox is not checked. That is why these are our server side UI actions. Firstly, when a requirement comes, you have to understand Understand one thing. Is this require only database operations? If it requires only database operations, you will directly go for server-side UI action. If it requires a form as well, then you will go for client-side UI action. I will give you one example, guys. I'll give you one example. Whenever the state is resolved, whenever the state is set as resolved, the resolution code and notes are mandatory, right? Isn't it? Whenever the state is resolved, is there a UI policy? We wrote it already or not? UI policy or data policy is something we have wrote. We wrote a UI policy. So when the state is resolved, active false, I think there is a data policy that is active. Right click, configure data policies. This one is also active false. I think client script is active, looks like. We created a client script. In place of UI policies, we can also use client scripts. Then UI policy is a good practice, I told you, right? Remember? This one. So when the state is set as resolved, we are making resolution code and resolution notes mandatory, right? So when the state is changed, the state is resolved, we are making resolution code and resolution notes mandatory, right? You are making the state value as resolved from the UI action. Even from the UI action also, it should be mandatory, right? If the resolution code and notes are not filled in, we have to stop the button. We have to stop the state should go as resolved. What is the logic that we wrote here? When the state is resolved, resolution code and notes are mandatory, right? If you really take a look at here, I'm creating a new one. Okay. So now, once you click on resolve, is it asking for resolution code and notes? It is directly it is resolved. Without providing resolution code and notes, you are able to resolve it, right? Normally, if you don't provide when you try to change the state value as resolved normally manually, it won't allow you to save it if the resolution code and notes are not provided. So from the UI action also, when you are keeping the state value as resolved, it should ask resolution code and notes. What we will do is we will deactivate this UI policy. So we will deactivate this client script. We'll activate the data policy. So data policy will work from all the sources, right? So you activated the data policy. Okay. So now whenever you click on resolve here, is it allowing you to resolve or not? We'll see. So what is it telling? Data policy exception. The following fields are mandatory. Resolution code and notes invalid. What is it telling? The data policy exception. So we are setting the state value from the UI action. Getting my point? So the data policy for work from UI policies, so UI actions as well. Okay. If you write UI policies, what will work? Only from the form it will work. If you write a UI action that is working on server side, right? Then data policies will work. Okay. Getting my point? As the resolution code and nodes are not filled in, as the resolution code and nodes are not filled in, it won't allow you to resolve it. Okay. Just a moment, guys. Hello. So you are able to understand, right? So what you are doing, you are keeping the state value as at the database. When you are keeping the state value as result at the database, the data policies are working from all the sources, right? The data policies will work from all the sources, right? Then what we have done, we have used a data policy so that when you are trying to keep the state value as result from the UI action, the data policy is working. Getting my point, right? Or else we can also do one more thing that we will see it in tomorrow session. There is another way that we'll see it in tomorrow session. So now guys, any questions from anyone?
Yeah, Uday, topic wise, I understood Uday. And one thing here, Actually, we have implemented the UI actions for different status in progress and resolved state, right?
Hmm.
And if you are observing the code, here we have the only 3 lines of code is there. Only we are changing the status, right? I mean, my question is, I mean, 3 lines of code, we are able to write in one function and we are able to call. Is it possible from this one?
I've written only 3 lines of script. Okay.
Yes. If you are observing, Uday, maybe my observation, only closed state only changed, but 3 lines, except that state, everything is same. Current set value, use state, and update set redirect URL. My requirement is I need to pass the parameter as if the it is closed state, I need to pass closed, and the status is resolved. I need to pass the result from the I mean from the button itself. UI action side. I need to pass that parameter. Is there any way to we will write the function? Are we able to call the function from here from the UI actions?
It's a good approach actually. Okay. What you can do is, and just go to a script include. Okay. You create a script include. So let us keep u underscore hmm, u underscore shipping case. Okay. So instead of writing the same function every time, okay. So what did I do here? What did I do? I called a function. Inside that function, I have passed this one. Same function you can, same function you can use it here. Okay. Getting my point?
Yes, yes, Uday.
This is what your expectation, right?
Yes, yes, correct, Uday.
So what I have done, I have created a script include. Okay.
Yes,
And whatever is the script already there, I have removed it. Whatever is pre-populated, I removed it. I created a function with the same name.
okay,
Okay. So in that function, I'm passing an argument here. We are receiving as a parameter. That I'm actually
yes,
passing a state here. Okay.
yes, yes, Uday.
This is what the expectation, right?
Yeah, yes, Uday.
Okay. Now I changed it for closed. Okay. There is no closed option here. The state is now changed to closed. So that means we created a function. We are calling that function everywhere here. Instead of using the same lines, right? Same lines, right? Instead of using the same lines, I have kept it in a function and then I called that function everywhere. Hmm? We are
Yes,
passing inputs. We are just passing inputs. Here we are passing cancelled. Here we are passing closed. If you what if I want if I want input I'll write a return line here. The return line you'll pass output here. You can pass output as a string. You can pass output as a array. You can pass output as an object.
yes,
Okay. Any other doubts, guys?
yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Okay. See, whatever the JavaScript that I told, that is sufficient. But if you want to explore more, you can explore more about JavaScript. Okay. JavaScript will be interesting when you start practicing. Okay. And we'll see some more UI actions in tomorrow session, guys. Okay. This Saturday we'll have a session, guys. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you all.